Hi, welcome to your favorite podcast. In this episode, we will talk about not so famous women.
Margaret Mead. Margaret Mead, December 16, 1901 to November 15, 1978, was an American cultural anthropologist who featured frequently as an author and speaker in the mass media during the 1960s and the 1970s. She earned the bachelor's degree at Barnard College of Columbia University. Mead served as president of the American Association for the Advancement of Science in 1975. She was a communicator of anthropology in modern American and Western culture and was often controversial as an academic. She was a proponent of broadening sexual conventions, and her report detailing the attitude towards sex in South Pacific and Southern Asian traditional cultures influenced in the 60s sexual revolution.
Sacagawea. She was a woman who belonged to the Shoshone tribe and who went along with the Lewis and Clark expedition as an interpreter and guide. This was very important for the explorers because Sacagawea could speak Shoshone language perfectly. Only when she was 13 years old there was a war with another tribe and she was separated from her family and sold and taken as a wife by the French peasant Charbonneau. They agreed to hire Charbonneau as an interpreter when they discovered his wife spoke Shoshone, as they knew they would need the help of Shoshone tribe. Sacagawea was pregnant with her first child when they started the expedition. During the expedition, they were in a river when the boat turned around and a lot of important information was lost in the river. She rescued lots of these things and the Corps Command prized her with action named the Sacagawea River in her honor on May 20.
Rosa Parks. Rosa Louise McCauley Parks was an African-American activist, an important figure in the civil rights movement in the United States, especially for refusing to give the seat to a white passenger and move to the back of the bus. Montgomery, Alabama, on December 1, 1955. After that, she was arrested. In 1979, the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People owned Parks its highest recognition, the Springham Medal, and the following year received the Martin Luther King Award. Rosa Parks was included in the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame in 1983 for the achievements in advancing civil rights. After a lifetime of fighting racism, Parks received the gold medal from the United States Congress in 1999.
Angela Davis. Her full name is Angela Yvonne Davis, and she's a philosopher, politician, anti-racism activist, and a writer of several famous books like Woman, Race, Class, and also Abolition of Democracy, Beyond Prisons, Torture, and Empire. How did she get there? She was born in Birmingham, Alabama, in 1944. Her neighborhood was called Dynamite Hill because of the concerning amount of black-owned houses blown by the Ku Klux Klan. Both of her parents were activists. Indeed, her mother was the national officer of the Southern Black Youth Congress. When she was young, the Jim Crow laws were still working. Since a young age, she showed a brilliant mind, earning a lot of scholarships that eventually led her to go to New York, where she discovered socialism. This was really important and changed his view on the position of black people in society. After that, she attended to Brandeis University in Massachusetts, where she was one of the 3 black persons in class, where she studied French. On the second year, Angela went to France with the money she had earned working on a part-time job. There she continued with her learning. After graduating, she became an assistant professor in philosophy department at the University of California. Then she was fired because of her affiliation to the Communist Party. When the Soledad brothers case of her, she publicly defended them, and she was put in jail. This galvanized the black community that protested for her freedom.
Nancy Wake. Nancy Grace Augusta Wake, 30 August 1912, 7 August 2011, was a nurse and journalist who served as a British spy who joined the French Resistance and later the Special Operations Executive during World War II, and briefly pursued a post-war career as an intelligence officer in the Air Ministry. The official historian of the Special Operations Executive said that her irrepressible, infectious high spirits were a joy to everyone who worked with her. She managed to lead thousands of Mackies and 7,000 fighters in the fight against the Nazis.
Katherine Johnson. The Elena Katherine Johnson was an American physicist, space scientist, and mathematician who contributed to American aeronautics and its space program. She was born in August 26, 1918, and died in February 24, 2020. She calculated the trajectory of the space flight of May 5, 1961 of Alan Shepard, the first American in space. He also calculated the launch window of the 1961 Mercury project and drew navigation graphs for astronauts in case of electronic failures. She won the gold medal of the United States Congress.